When you laugh, your brain releases endorphins, feel-good chemicals that are chemically similar to morphine. Think about that. Basically, when you make someone laugh, you are literally giving them a natural painkiller, a momentary escape from stress. So why then aren't we using this innate superpower more often? That feeling of wanting to say something clever, witty, but your brain goes completely blank. The awkward silence after a story you tried to make funny just falls flat. That's the feeling of not knowing how to be witty. It's not a gift you're born with, it's a skill that's been locked away. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to give you 4 keys to unlock that skill. 4 learnable secrets to turn you into the person everyone wants to talk to. This is the practical formula for how to be witty. Stay until the end, because the 4th secret is a technique professional comedians use every single day. 1. The power of the number 3. This is one of the most fundamental rules in comedy. A simple formula for how to be funny. I remember the first time I tried to be funny in a team meeting. I told a long, complicated story with 5 different characters and a convoluted ending. The result? Complete silence, and my boss saying, "Okay, thanks, moving on." I was trying way too hard. Here's the specific, actionable tip for you. Use the 2 normal, 1 unexpected structure. When listing things, state 2 logical, familiar items, and then end with something completely ridiculous or unrelated. For example, to succeed, you need 3 things: hard work, a determined spirit, and a massive Netflix queue. Why does it work? Our brain is a pattern-making machine. When you say the first 2 things, you create a predictable pattern. The 3rd unexpected item shatters that pattern. That tiny shock, that surprise is what triggers laughter. The contrast. Wrong, trying to tell a complex joke. Right, my plans for the weekend include 3 things: laundry, grocery shopping, and contemplating the existential nature of the universe. Simple, quick, and effective. 2. The observational twist. The wittiest people don't invent humor out of thin air. They observe it. I used to be an incredibly boring observer. In a crowded coffee shop, I just state the obvious. Wow, it's crowded today. Full stop. The conversation died right there. I was only reporting reality, not adding any flavor to it. The specific actionable tip? Observe something mundane in your environment and then add an exaggerated commentary or a surprising comparison. For example, looking at a long line and saying, "This line is longer than my list of New Year's resolutions for this year." Why does it work? It shows that you aren't just existing in the space, you are interacting with it using your mind. You're not a camera simply recording reality. You're a director adding a funny commentary track. This instantly creates a fun atmosphere because it turns a normal situation into a fun game. The contrast. Wrong, this coffee is good, a simple report. Right, this coffee is so strong, I think I can see sounds now, a humorous exaggeration. If these first 2 secrets gave you an aha moment about humor, go ahead and aha that like button below. It lets me know you're ready for the next 2 secrets. 3. The weapon of self-deprecation. This is the fastest way to make others feel comfortable and like you. But there's a fine line. When I was starting out, I confused self-deprecation with self-pity. I'd say things like, "Ugh, I'm so terrible, I ruined everything." Instead of making people laugh, it made them feel awkward and forced them to reassure me. The specific actionable tip? Gently mock a minor, harmless flaw or a quirky habit of yours with confidence. Confidence is the key. For example, after tripping over nothing, instead of being embarrassed, get up and say, "Don't worry, just checking to see if gravity still works." It does. Why does it work? It's like lowering your shield first. It sends a powerful signal: I'm not perfect, I know it, and I'm totally cool with it. This breaks down barriers, making you instantly relatable and trustworthy. The confidence to admit your own imperfections is incredibly attractive. The contrast. Wrong, complaining about your major failures, making others feel pity. Right, laughing lightly about a small mistake of yours, demonstrating confidence. 4. The unexpected logic leap. This is the core of clever wit, a crucial step in developing your sense of humor. My mistake in the past was making comparisons or puns that were too obvious. I'm as tired as a bear. It's not wrong, but it's not surprising, and therefore not funny. The specific actionable tip? Create a surprising connection between two ideas that don't seem to belong together. Listen for a key word in the conversation and connect it to a completely different domain. For example, if someone says, "I'm trying to cut back on sugar," you could say, "Me too. My only relationship with sugar now is listening to Maroon 5. Why does it work? Wit lives in the surprise. The listener's brain is traveling down a logical road, path A, dietary sugar, by making a sudden leap to a completely different road, path B, a band with a related name. You create a moment of delightful surprise. Laughter is the brain's reaction to that logical leap. The contrast: wrong, making a connection that is too safe and predictable. Right, searching for the most distant and unexpected connections possible. So, what is your action plan? 4 steps to becoming witty. 1. Use the power of the number 3. 2. Use the observational twist. 3. Master the weapon of self-deprecation. 4. Practice the unexpected logic leap. This is the roadmap to systematically developing your sense of humor. My challenge to you is this. In the next 24 hours, find one opportunity to use the rule of 3. Whether it's in a text message to a friend or in a brief conversation. 2 normal things, 1 surprising thing. Just try it. Your jokes will sometimes fail. They will fall flat. Welcome to the club. Every witty person you admire has told terrible jokes. The difference is they don't stop. They see it as practice. Wit is not a magical gift. It's a trainable skill. You now have the tools in your hands to answer the question of how to be witty. Comment below. What's the worst, best joke you've ever heard? And if you want to keep unlocking other social skills, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Next week's video, Decoding Charisma. 7 small habits of irresistibly magnetic people. Remember, break limits every day.